A nation lost 70% of its staple food crop and not face food security challenges. It's impossible. If you lose 70%, then you're going to have food challenges. But our agriculture is about more than our food security. It also provides our livelihood. 70% of Kenyans are employed in agriculture. It supports them to earn a living. It also provides jobs, and also a contributor directly of GDP. It's showing the significance of agriculture. Thus, as a devastating follow-on ate away our maize in 2017, it ate up our 2 billion shillings in revenue. In fact, scientists have looked globally at the difference pesticides make to agricultural production in the world, including animal health. So we are seated together here with my colleague here from the vet. We confirm it's not only crops that depend on pesticides to thrive. Also animals do that, and they provide protein for us. And ourselves as well. Remember, we have a lot of malaria issues, mosquito control. We depend on pesticides. In your own houses, you use cockroaches to control it. Overall, the scientists at FAO calculate that pesticides make 40% difference to agricultural production. So without pesticides, we have 40% less food. We have 40% more problems in our households, malaria. We have 40% more cockroaches in your houses. That's the insinuation. However, these pesticides use carries risks, and therefore their usage needs to be responsible. In this, Kenya has one of the most robust pest control products in Africa. Kenya, the Pest Control Products Board, the Veterinary Medicine Directorate, those are the regulators that control all these things. Our law is based on Code of Conduct for Pesticides Management, developed by FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization, and the World Health Organization, the WHO, meaning that it's a global system. It's borrowed even from the best regulators in the world. That law has been in place for a period of time, alongside set of pesticides regulation, and it's built on 4 key pillars. The first pillar is health and environmental protection derived from the best pesticides control system in the world. Thus, no producer can first register any agrochemical product in Kenya. It must have been approved for use by one of the world's leading pesticide regimes, such as US through Environmental Protection Agency, EFSA, that is the European Food Safety Authority, and Australian regulatory bodies. In other words, when you see a product registered here, it must have been registered for similar use in those various jurisdictions I'm talked about. These regimes require extensive health and environmental testing to approve a pesticide. So there are quite a lot of studies that are generated and risk evaluation is done. So setting up a requirement that a pesticide has to have been approved in the US or similar puts a first level of defense for Kenyans, for Kenya as a country and Kenyans as with its own people. Our protection becomes as good as best in the world. So that's what we pride ourselves for. We have the best regulatory systems, and we are accessing technologies that even the best nations, the first world countries, are accessing. Our second pillar in protecting health and the environment is the local testing for pesticide residues. The products, once registered, they also must meet local conditions of efficacy. They are run on 3 seasons. So there's local evaluation. Evaluating this product, how they work on animals, how they work on pests, and they are evaluated by a panel of experts. We then offer a third pillar of protection through reviews where new scientific evidence emerges. Remember, science is not static, it's changing. Things are coming up. And whenever things come, they trigger up, we relook at the data, that is the authorities relook at the data, and they provide solutions and direction for the country. The government has now also reviewed our pest control products legislation with a new bill and 7 new legislation. As I told you, science is not, static because of, the constitution was promulgated, agriculture was devolved, so it triggered for us to relook at how the authorities to look at and the stakeholders to look at how it's going to fit into the new structure of devolution. These now recognize county functions in training farmers to apply pesticides safely and upgrade the rules. For instance, moving Kenya to globally harmonized system of hazard warnings in its pesticides labels. Remember, regulators communicate to users through product labels. those hazards identified in the product are communicated through the label. So what GHS means, globally harmonized system, means is that it's universally accepted way of communicating hazards. It's globally harmonized. It's not a Kenyan system. It's already instilled in the new legislations that we are trying to align.
Pesticides help us to ensure that we increase our production up to 40%. And we're also glad that agriculture was devolved. And the fact is that there are challenges between the national government and the county governments in terms of how we are using the extension, how the extension services are being provided. It is therefore a time, and we're happy that the regulation is going through a review. And this is bringing together the national government and the county governments on the same table in terms of the review, so that we can enhance the extension services and ensure that those services can reach to every grower on time.